Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another chill Marvel Snap video. I am Sir Knight from the Snap Squad, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the new Spotlight cache changes coming to Marvel Snap. And the more and more I think about this system, the more and more discouraged I get about it. And there's some nuances in this system that I think Second Dinner is trying to use in order to get whales to spend more money and to get people who are already Series 3 complete with a high collection level to spend more money. So I kind of wanted to explain these ideas and these thoughts with a little XY graph here. If you look here on my graph, the y-axis here is fund value. So the higher up on this, the better value you're getting in the game and the more fun you're having. As you move left or right, if you move to the right on this graph, your collection level is growing. So if you look here, I have it divided into about 3 sections, and you can see this axis or this curve I have here is kind of showing that if you are new to Series 3, so I'm not counting anybody who's in Pool 1 or Pool 2 right now, Series 1 or Series 2, because you're kind of in your own little zone of the game. You're not playing anybody with any of the new cards. You're not playing anybody with Series 3 cards. Your collection level hasn't been opened up yet to the rest of the game. So you're kind of in your own separate world. So this new system doesn't really change for you at all. Nothing is different for you here. But if you are into Series 3, so let's say your collection level 600 or higher, then this new system is actually worse for you. And I'll explain why it's worse for you. Because in the current system we have today, there is a mystery variant in the shop that costs 1,000 tokens. You're able to use the tokens you're getting in your current caches, your reserves, to buy Series 3 cards and expedite your Series 3 completion level. So you're able to get a lot of Series 3 cards pretty quickly. Now that change just happened last week or 2 weeks ago. You were able to start buying that mystery Series 3 card for 1,000 tokens. So that really is a great system because you're able to really expedite your collection gain and add a lot more cards to your collection than you ever were before that change occurred, right? And so that's the current system we have today. Under the new system, token acquisition drops down to very low levels. You're only going to be getting about 400 tokens if you're not Series 3 complete per month from your boxes. You are going to be getting less gold, and that's going to make it harder for you to buy bundles, which may have more tokens in it. So it's going to make it very, very, very difficult to get your Series 3 complete, right? And if you're not Series 3 complete, then you're probably not seeing any of the new cards anyways. And if you're not Series 3 complete, you probably don't care about new card releases because the new cards release into a meta in which a lot of the decks require Series 3 cards to be competitive, right? So if you get a new card that just launched into Series 5, it's a brand new card for the new month, it's Jean Grey. You're not going to be able to take as much advantage of Jean Grey because you're missing a lot of the Series 3 cards needed in order to make her a competitive deck, right? So you care about getting your Series 3 completed because so many of the top decks require Series 3 cards. So that's where your concern lies, and this new system isn't making that better for you. This new system is making it better for you to collect Series 4 and 5 cards, but your concern is with finishing Series 3. And so this new system is taking that ability from you to finish Series 3 quicker by taking away your token acquisition speed. So you're going to be stuck in Series 3 for a lot longer all over again. You're going to be stuck there, right? And you're going to be getting new Series 4 and 5 cards, but you're not going to care so much about them because you're still worried about finishing Series 3. So that's why this new system, I think, is going to be worse for you because you can't finish Series 3 as fast as you currently can. So you're stuck in there. Now, who is this system better for? This new system is going to be better for people who are Series 3 complete, but are kind of fresh to it. Like they just kind of recently finished Series 3, and they're starting now to collect 4 and 5 cards. They care more now about getting into the Series 4 and 5 card realm because they're done with Series 3. This system's going to be great because every week when they announce Spotlight cards, you're going to be able, those are cards you're probably not going to have. And so every week is going to be awesome for you to try and get new cards. Every time you open up your boxes, you're going to be seeing new cards, right? Because you don't have a lot of Series 4 and 5 cards. Okay, so that is really, really awesome. You're going to be able to get those cards so much more easily and so much more frequently than you were in the old system. Because in the old system, you're getting maybe 1 card. Now you're going to be getting 4, probably at least 4 cards a month from Series 4 and Series 5. So you're going to be completing Series 4 and Series 5 much quicker. And that's awesome because you're already done with Series 3. So this new system is better for you. So if you fall into that bucket where you're just recently Series 3 complete, then you're going to be really excited about this new system because now you're going to be getting all the Series 4 and 5 cards that everyone already has so much quicker because every single Spotlight week is probably going to have cards you want in it. So this is better for you. This new system is better for you. But as you can see, you kind of peak there. And then as you start to get more and more Series 4 and 5 complete, as your collection level grows higher, your value in the game is going to start going down. And let me explain why I think this is a worse system for those of us who are 6,000 plus or very high collection level. We have a lot of Series 4, a lot of Series 5 cards. Maybe not all of them, but many of them. Some of us have all of them. You have all of Series 4 and Series 5, so all you care about is the new card that Second Dinner launches every week in the new season, right? So every new season, Second Dinner launches a new card every week, and you as a high collection level player, you want that new card every week, right? Your goal is to get that card every week. Well, in order to guarantee yourself getting that card every week, you're going to need 4 Spotlight caches. And in order to get 4 Spotlight caches, you're going to need to get 40 reserves because every 10 reserves gives you a Spotlight cache. So every week, you're going to need to have 40 reserves. Now remember, Second Dinner gives us 40 reserves a month for free. We get 40 reserves a month for free. But in order to guarantee yourself getting the new card when it launches, you're going to need 40 boxes a week in this new system. Okay? So that's going to make it very, very challenging to guarantee you're getting the card you want because that's really the only way you're going to be able to get it. For the first few months, if you're a high collection level player, you might be able to use your tokens you have currently saved to buy the cards and not have to use your reserves or your Spotlight caches to get them. But once you run out, and you will run out because the game is giving you so few tokens now every month that you will eventually run out. And when that happens, you're going to be at the mercy of opening your reserves. And in order to guarantee getting that new card, you're going to need 40 reserves or 4 caches. And maybe while you're using your tokens to buy new cards as we move into the month, you're saving your caches. So you have a big surplus by the time you ever need to use them. Who knows what Second Dinner will do to prevent that. But I just think if you're like just barely getting into that zone, like for instance me, I have like 7,000 tokens saved, so I have enough to buy like 1 card, and I don't have very many reserves saved up because I popped them all to try to get Spider-Ham, and I didn't get Spider-Ham. And if I had known the system was coming out, I probably would have saved those reserves to get myself some more Spotlight caches to help prepare for this new zone. Because now, for someone like me who is high collection level, but not so high that I have a whole bunch of tokens in surplus like some of these streamers do, I now have to find a way to get 40 boxes on average a week in order to get every new card if I want every new card. Now, I may not want every new card, right? I probably won't want every new card. But you're going to need at least 4 Spotlight caches saved up before the month starts. So whatever week the cards you want falls on, you already have the 4 available. Because if you don't have the 4 available, then you're going to have to save up that month, and you may miss, like let's say the card you want at the beginning of the month and not at the end of the month. Well, you're going to miss that Spotlight week. And then when the new week comes around, you're going to have to hope the card that you liked is going to be rotated in there. You probably won't see it in the Spotlight rotation for who knows, weeks or months. Right? So That's my big concern with high collection level people who are like just getting into high collection level, who have a lot of Series 4 and 5, but may not have a lot of tokens saved and don't have a lot of reserves saved, who are going to find it really hard to get the new cards when they release because of how many reserves it requires now. Okay, so here's my list of concerns that I have for this new system. There's an increased cost because it requires 25 to 40 boxes per week to get the new card that launches each week. Yeah, sometimes it will take less than 40. Sometimes it'll only take 25. Sometimes it'll take less than 25. You might get on the very first spotlight box you click on. It's going to fluctuate, but if you want to guarantee it, you're going to want to have 4 saved up so you know you're going to get it, right? You may not use all 4, but you're going to want to have 4 spotlight boxes so that you know you get it. Okay, so that is a bit of a bummer, right? Also, if you are high collection level, then you already have Series 4 and 5 cards. And so when you're given your 40 free boxes a month, that translates into 4 new cards if you're only new to Series 3 Complete, not if you are already Series 3 Complete and have been there for 1,000 or 2 collection level. You're going to otherwise probably just get 1 new card a month from the card that you want that's newly released. You're going to get that 1 card you want per month, because otherwise you're just going to be getting variants. So it's kind of like the same system. But the difference is, if you don't have a lot of the stuff in reserve, you're going to need 25 boxes or 40 boxes a week to make sure you have enough spotlight caches when the week starts to get that new card, because the rotation could mean weeks or months before you see that card again. That's one big concern I have with this new system, is the rotation, right? If there's a card you want and you happen to miss a week, who knows when that card is going to come up again on the rotation? Who knows when Thanos will come up again on the rotation? Who knows when Jeff will come up again in the rotation for you to get it in your boxes, right? And you're not getting enough tokens to buy Jeff when you see it in the shop, right? And so it could be months before you see him. In the current system, if you really want Jeff or you really want Iron Lad, then you can just save up for a month, pin it, and guarantee get it. In the new system, you can pin Jeff or pin Iron Lad, but you're not going to be gaining enough tokens to get it in any timely manner, right? It could, and so your best hope is to wait for the spotlight to show Jeff or Iron Lad, but you may not have, but that could be weeks or months, so you may not be able to get it anytime soon. So that's a really big concern for me. In the current system, it takes a few weeks of saving to get enough credits or tokens to buy Jeff or Iron Lad. But in the new system, it could be weeks, it could be months before you see Jeff or Iron Lad come up. And it could be months before you have enough tokens saved to buy a 6,000 token card in the shop. So one of my other concerns that I've already mentioned is people cannot speed through Series 3 any longer. Because of the highly diminished token acquisition. I have a lot of misspellings in here. But this is something I don't see a lot of streamers or big channels talking about, is how the mystery Series 3 token shop costs 1,000 tokens and how we're not going to be able to get our 5,000 tokens free every month to spend in that shop any longer. So you're going to see your Series 3 collection acquisition level diminish greatly in this new system. And I think that's by design. I think Sega Gamer knows exactly what they're doing here. They're not giving us anything free here. It's a lot of stuff in disguise, right? Like the notion that you need 40 boxes to guarantee yourself the new card every week is very, very troubling to me, because that means you're going to need 160 boxes every month to make sure, or at least saved 160 boxes in save that you've saved, in order to guarantee getting every single card that when they launch, if you wanted every single card. If you only wanted a couple cards, then that drops to 80 boxes a month, right? So it just depends how many cards you want that month. But if you want every card that month, it takes a lot of boxes to get every card. Under the new system, it's very similar, but you get tokens so much quicker. If there's a card you want that you don't get, you can get it relatively quickly. This one, you have to get it in that actual rotation. You have to get it in that rotation. If you don't get it in that rotation, then you're going to miss your opportunity to get that card for probably months, right? So that's a really big issue to me. It's interesting to me because Second Dinner just added the flexible series drops, where some cards enter into Series 4 brand new. Like, for instance, Spider-Ham entered Series 4 brand new. But now that we're getting so few tokens, that almost doesn't matter. Because in the new system, the Spotlight caches, the new card is in one of those 4 slots, regardless on if it entered Series 4 or Series 5. Right? It doesn't matter if the new card entered Series 4 or Series 5. It still requires 40 boxes to get that new card. Right? Isn't that kind of like, it's kind of tricky. Right? It's like, yes, we just introduced the flexible series drop, so some cards enter Series 4 immediately, but it doesn't matter now any longer because it still requires 40 boxes in that particular week, or 4 Spotlight boxes to guarantee getting the new card, whether it launched into Series 4 or Series 5, regardless, right? And yes, it's easier to get that card for 3,000 tokens than 6,000 tokens, even in the new system, but you're getting so few tokens that you may not get that card for weeks or months as well, even at 3,000 tokens, right? So it's just strange to me that they kind of undermine their last update that they just did 2 weeks ago with all these changes, and now it's completely different. In that short span of time, it's like a whole revamp. Like, the updates we just got 2 weeks ago are kind of under the mindset of that previous system, right? Oh, sweet, it only takes 3,000 tokens now to get Spider-Ham instead of 6,000, right? Well, now that's completely different. That's already changed. In just this short span of time, they've kind of already undermined those last updates. It's really strange and bizarre to me. Really weird. They don't seem to line up. They don't seem to be like gradual. It seems like you had these gradual increases and then you dropped it down to nothing to start over and gradually increase from there. Like, it's not like everything they've been doing has just been going up and up and up to a better system. It's kind of like this is a revamp of the system that they just were improving. So they were improving the system before by adding flexible series drops, adding the Series 3 to the token shop for 1,000 tokens. All those things are like really great improvements towards card acquisition. And now they've kind of like knocked over the sandcastle and started over. And this isn't necessarily better for everybody. The old system, I felt like everyone saw value, right? If you were already Series 3 complete and you had a large collection level, then you were really happy with the flexible series drop because you can get new cards like Spider-Ham for 3,000 tokens instead of 6,000 tokens. That's great for pretty much everybody except people who aren't Series 3 complete. But if you weren't Series 3 complete, you really liked the new mystery card in the shop because you can now complete Series 3 so much quicker by spending 1,000 tokens on a Series 3 card to get that Series 3 complete achievement done quicker, right? So like the old system had like really great things for everybody. I feel like in this new system, it's really only great for the people who are brand new to Series 3 complete and not for the other people on the edges of that, like I've shown up here in my graph. For those who are new, still collecting, and those who are high collection level, it's worse for us. So those are my thoughts. If I've misunderstood something about the Spotlight caches, or if I've said something you think you disagree with, go ahead and leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts, let me know. If you like the video, please like. If you've made it to this point in the video and you've enjoyed it, then go ahead, toss a subscribe. And if you do, you'll be entered for a chance to win one of 3 season passes that we're going to be giving away in July. So thanks again for listening, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.